It is a good day to continue our climb to 2K ELO, still chilling just shy of 1400, and we're about to embark on a quest to do something to lower that very MMR. Woo, yeah! I am going to be playing Mongols to begin learning how to play Cav Archers. I've never even built a Cav Archer in my life. I don't even know what the hotkey is. I'm pretty sure it's made at the archery range. Let me actually, I should probably learn that first. Yes, it is. Okay, so it's the E hotkey. Okay. Whenever I'm going to learn something new, often I just dive in head first. I have not thought at all about how I'm intending on balancing my economy, managing anything. Ghost Lake, all right, it's Arabia adjacent, sure. The big things I want to be cognizant of is I want to make sure that I don't overbuild farms, that I make sure that I'm actually getting enough wood and enough gold, because this is always very wood heavy for me, and I'm always kind of thrown off at just how much wood it is. So this takes how long to build? 37 seconds. This takes 27 seconds. So the cost is roughly in line with the production amount. Okay. Okay. And the one things that, by the way, shocked me, +2 line of sight on scouts, and scout line gets plus 20-30% hit points, and a step lancer is a unit that I'm never going to build. Crazy to be learning things. I also understand that they hunt a lot faster, so you can click up way earlier. That scares me a lot. It freaks me out. I'm certain I'm going to make some mistakes here, but let's go ahead and just do our usual opening builds. Armenians? Don't know a single thing about the Armenians, except where to find it on the map. Ooh, that is not where I want to be going. This. So first things first, I'm going to go out like a good distance here in order to find if there are, in fact, any sheepsies near here. And then I'm going to go just straight in to try to be finding out where the sheeps in the middle of the map are. There's the boar. This is a jerky thing to do. Oops. Ooh, that's not what I want to be doing. What am I doing? I am doing this. So I want to find some sheeps in the middle of the map. I'm sure my opponent's already taken them, but I still got to be thinking a little bit more about my own economy. Like this. One. Hit it. You absolute bastard. Alright, so usual first game of the day. Woes, where I wind up messing up a couple things. That's fine. This is how we improve. Dude, the scouting radius on this is insane. I might not need to build this. It's alright. Alright, this feels like more than enough for me. Oops, I forgot to... I don't know why, but for some reason my build always suffers right here. 16, 17, 18 loom? Maybe we can do it like this? Shoot him! Alright, so I don't exactly know why I'm so slow clicking up, but figure that shit out later. I do not care that much. One faster than I usually do, so that's pretty cool. Huge, giant, wide open center. What's this? So, I haven't even decided what it is I really want to do. I'm probably just going to go scouts to open with, because I do have all this extra food. Actually, I'm just going to do it like this. Dude, whoa, I'm up fast. Whoops. All I want to do all day is just push boars. Look at me go. Look at me go, everyone. Woo! Who's ready to do a first scout? Dude, I love sending my first scout out. Oops, right now. Blacksmith. Oops. Placement is bad, and I know that now. Oh, there's a spear guy. Alright, let's do some scouting. I feel like my opponent is doing some sort of fast castle stuff. Alright, dude, I have way different distribution of resources than I expected at this point in time. This is crazy. Oh, nice. What? Okay. I see. Okay. I'm gonna bring these guys back. Holy shit, these guys fucking annihilate. This is so sick from Villain. He's gonna have skirms in my base. Alright. Oops. I'm losing track of my things visually. No, so you are... Oh shit, I forgot chopping this. Okay, so, hold on. Things are falling apart. Okay, so, hold on. Getting organized, getting organized. Dude, it's so funny how, like, my focus just gets completely deleted in situations like this. Whoops. Alright, so... Well, this is interesting. This is an interesting turn of events. Oh, really? Oh, there's a hole there, dude. Oh my god, dude. Holes in bases. Name a better duo. I want these as control 1, this is control 2. Alright, so I think that I should probably say GG, but I'm just going to keep fighting. First game of the day, never give up, never surrender. Did I? Oh, I actually lost him? I don't know. Alright, I'm going to say GG. Because that was just... This was clumsy as hell. Dude, let me say... The big reason why I was so thrown off was literally my economy feels so different. You're like stuck to a rocket ship with this faction. Also, oh my god, my eyes are so watery still from just putting in these eye drops just now. Like, I didn't even realize it until after that game ended, and I just like rubbed my eyeballs. Okay, so also what another one of the things that was messing with me in that game is that I haven't quite determined how I want to do my hotkey setup with archers and skirmishers, because that's just not something I really do. And a lot of that decision making, if I don't make it between games, I'm just in the game and I'm like, oh shit, look at that. Where did Capture Age go? Capture Age? Hello? Alright, Also, it is insanely hot, and AC is not working down here. So I'm just going to be sweating profusely, so don't mind me. Yo, Trixler, it's great to see you, man. So, another of the things that messed with me here, I didn't have a good perception of what my opponent was doing. Why? Oh, very simple. I kind of sent my scout out here, was unsure about some stuff. Wait, did he actually take that boar? Yeah, I was gonna say, I didn't see the boar. Certainly tried. Yeah, I mean, I did some of my usual just missteps in the opening game when I'm not focused as well. But I think I did okay, just trying to make sure that I didn't have more than about 6 on food was what I was targeting, but I think that it also was good that I was building up a lot of farms and stuff. See, like, this is the thing. Because I was not scouting early, this happened. And when I saw the gold and the blacksmith, like, I just need to be chilling by here a lot earlier, but I'm not that worried about that scout timing. Like, I know that that's why I lost sight of this attack coming in. And had I seen that attack, I might have done something wildly different. But, I mean, for me, the big thing is I'm just like, all right, well, I'm just getting used to my economy right now. But I think that, like, if I had scouted around here and saw as little as I did earlier, that could be a really valuable signal. And also, this is kind of funny. I literally thought, oh, there is no opening down here. For some reason, my brain had concluded that there was no opening here. And then this is a moment where I went, oh yeah, if I want archers, I need to get this thing earlier, huh? And then this came in, and let's just kind of see what the status of things were. Dude, longswordman, I want to actually look at this, because, like, I like being reactive with a lot of my learning lately. Where, like, this is 45, and it goes from 45 to 60, but if you're Armenian, those guys seemed like fucking tanks, dude. 60, and then... Yeah, because I knew that these guys came way earlier. But it says that they have 90 health? No, it says 60. I saw the 90 and my brain went 90. Okay. So, this is actually a question. Do Mongols typically open Scout or open Archer? Yeah, Villain got all the upgrades and all the good stuff. So I come back over to here. Let's take a peek into this. So this is... They just start with 1-1. So I've lost 6. So here's what I want to load into my brain. Like, here is the conclusion that I think I would not want to do. I think the conclusion to not make is, oh, if I'm against, I just need to scout faster. Okay, move on, next game, so on and so forth. Because obviously scouting will help me see this, but the gap that's happening in my brain is, what should I be doing when I encounter this? Because I want to just take a moment and kind of think about this, because traditionally people do 3 men-at-arms and then just chill. Or I have seen players go 3 men-at-arms into archers, or 3 men-at-arms into... You know, I've even seen some weird, just 3 men-at-arms just bail and fucking tech up. But I mean, a lot of times it's 3 men-at-arms and then stuff. That's I think maybe the better way to describe what I have seen. And against 3 men-at-arms plus stuff, I feel like Scout Skirm is totally fine and has been fine, minus my control and that sort of thing. So what I want to do is I want to take a moment and be like, okay, what should I do differently in terms of my behavior in this game? because I think that one thing is walling here. That's one thing that will benefit. This is a hugely open map. So, I mean, I think just being like wall and wall, I mean, I don't think that that's it. So, I think that thinking about, like, one of these, again, Dragonstar's idea of just, like, a line to the town hall. Like, as a simple example, if I want to take this stone, one way to do it is you wall out here, and then you wall this off, right? Or you can just put a line of walls like this, and a line of walls like that, and then you have a path to the stone, right? I think that, like, I kind of wound up here, but I think that if I'm just, like, walling out like this a little bit, and down like this, and just intending on getting archers a little faster. Would I have time to... Yeah, because, like, okay, so let me think here. If I... Because I think having this lack of wall at the back really sucks. Dark Teachers, Armenians, Romans are unique with how strong their swordsman line are. Yeah, yeah, and this is kind of what I mean, which is like... How do I describe how my thought process functions? The question is not, can I accurately predict what my opponent is doing? The statement is, I'm playing a game, and then this shows up. What is my plan when this shows up, such that if I am in a game in the future, and it shows up, I have a plan? The reason I think that this is a superior way to think about things is that if I am... Well, first of all, if I have a plan, like, let's not overcomplicate things. If I have a plan, when the attack comes in, I'm not spending time thinking about things. I'm spending time executing on things that I've already decided. And that's very simple. And so I think that, like, saying things like on these open maps, ensuring that I'm getting, you know, again, this was like a wall-off issue, but also kind of pre-mentally planning emergency walls. This, I think, is going to be a big thing that is beneficial to me. Also, I was way off on the timing of this entire gold. So when would I want to get that gold? Probably the second I start to see some more men-at-arms. More than 3, at least. You know. I'm sorry, I'm getting sidetracked into me trying to come up with my own plan. But the reason why I think it's superior to say, assume it's coming, what is my plan now that I see it, now that I've seen this, is that not every Armenian player is going to begin spamming men-at-arms. There are also civs where players just spam men-at-arms. Whether it's good or whether it's bad. And I think many of you know that there are some famous StarCraft players in history that have gone, you're not supposed to do that, you idiot, you play like trash. And they say this while losing again and again and again. The way to get out of that is to be very careful about not making assumptions. And so I think that, like, for instance, this was hilarious. This was sick. I loved this. This was so awesome. Ow. So Primordial says, I know it's not the way you want to think about it, but if you see Armenians or Romans at this elo, your opponent is 100% going for this kind of strat. You can just default to open archers. Yeah, let me explain what is good about thinking about that way, but why I'm not going to play that way, because I think this is the better way to play. I am not looking for wins. I am looking to learn things so that in the future I can win. If, for instance, I'm playing against Tony Baloney that always sneaks his barracks over here, and I just march up to this side, pick him off, and then bail again, I'll beat Tony Baloney. And then I'm screwed against anyone else on the ladder. And I think the same is true against Armenians and Romans. I don't want to be someone that says, here's my cheese counter build, because I know they're going to do it. As someone that has played RTS games at a very high level and card games at a reasonably high level, like, it feels so fucking good to hard counter someone, I'm not going to lie. It feels the best feeling in the fucking world. But it feels far worse after 20 games when you start getting to 1700 elo or 1900 or whatever the right number is for this game. Whatever the number is, there's a point where players are good enough to say, go Armenians, open 3 men-at-arms, and just play normally. And so this is why I'm trying to understand what are some decisions that I made with my wall-offs to kind of load into my brain this game. So this is awesome. And I think I feel good about a number of things. First of all, I've lost 6 villagers, but I am barely behind in workers. I'm just behind 2. This, I literally thought was walled. I've been doing this thing where I select the buildings to see them. And I thought I had selected. I may have just not done it. But in my brain, I was like, this is walled off. I took care of this. When he walked through, that's when I was just like, I want to die. But dude, look at this. I still am relatively close in terms of worker count. Nice. So let's also think about another thing, which is... I think another thing that I need to think about is scouts on 1, archers on 2 for a long time. Stable on 5, archery range on 6 for a long time. I think. Let the record just show that my wife is awesome. All right, let's do it. This. My mouse is a little sticky. This is the one issue with it being as hot as it is today. I'm just a little sweatier than I would normally want. And it doesn't help. And yes, I will absolutely keep the music on at all times in this game. I mean, music rules. I love having music on. By the way, is 7-3 more standard right now? Huh. I am getting lamed by my opponent. Oops. No, I see. So this is going cross-map. Okay. Sorry, it took me a minute to kind of think through what I was looking at. Shit. Oh, I positioned him correctly. How does this control work? I lose this? Where is... Oh, wait. I already took it. Oh, my God. Fuck. Woo! Distraction is the worst currency. It's what I'm lowest on right now. I have no idea what I'm even up against right now. Alright, well... What an unusual situation I find myself in. I don't even know what to think about any of this shit, I'm not gonna lie. You're kidding me! Thought I did it properly. Thought I did a good job. Ooh-wee! That was fucking rough as hell. Okay. So, I suspect I am in a bad position. I think. Not 100% on this. This is just what I think. Why is my brain broken? WQ. Go berries, Day9? Yeah, that's right. Go for this first. I only get to build 1 mill, so I place it there. I'm going to go Archer. I think this is a safer play for your pal Sean. Villain has some cheese up his sleeve. I'm on it. Oh, god dang it. Go here. Just chop your damn wood. So for some reason, my muscle memory on just basic hotkeys has gone. It is no longer with us. I'm doing an awfully okay job of this. This fucking guy. Oh, that's where the sound effect is coming from. Ooh, that's not the way you should go. Oh, sir, that is not what you should do. It can't hit me if I'm right next to it, right? Oops. Woo! Yeah! Yeah! Woohoo! Stables don't build Cav Archers. Shut the fuck up. Alright, I know I won, but that's right. You don't build a cavalry builder to get the cavalry archers. Do we learn anything? Okay. I do not know what the game state was, but I think I played okay. I don't know if I played great, but there's a few things that confused me a bit in this game. So, villain first thing gets loom. Because when I went to go fight that villager, I did not quite process that villain had loom. What elo are we? I mean, 13 and change. That is my understanding. Pepper Beeman said, I liked how you set up walls base, good space management. Let's take a look, because, like, some of that was unintentional. And that's always what I strive to do, is to be intentional. 3 sheep down, huh? So when I saw that sheep, I knew something was up. So I started pulling all my guys in, which was positive. That's hilarious. I guess it's a good thing that I went for the forward wood instead of the backward wood. Like, I don't even understand what I'm looking at. Like, why would this be positive at all? I have no idea. Messing up some of these rallies. So this just baffled me. How much stronger is a villager with and without loom? I actually don't think I know the answer to this, because I've never had to face this juncture. So it's like over here, a villager does 3 damage. 15 healing plus 1 armor? Holy! So I'm dealing 2 damage a hit, and they're dealing 3 damage a hit? Ugh. Ugh! Ah! Alright, so villain has killed 2 workers. And is ahead 1 villager, I assume because of loom. Okay, so what is this? What is this thing that's here? This is wild to me. I also don't know how I lost this one, but probably some high ground, low ground math stuff happening. So we're about even in resources collected, though. Ahead 2 villagers is a bit of a pain. Pain in Spain. This is too many villagers for this, for sure. That's actually so funny. Okay, so one thing I was happy about is I just went YOLO, building all the farms that I think I need. I think I managed my economy well. I have this number in my head of 4 on the mining camp. In retrospect, I wished I had not built this thing here, but I think that's okay, because I think I need to go, like, line down and line down. I keep trying to think of, like, other formations. Because, like, for instance, if I had built... Oh, he built a barracks here because he forgot to make... Not because he forgot to make anything. He's just up in my ass. Okay. There's rally points. Because, I mean, basically my logic is, like, I don't really... I mean, technically I could have built down like this, but I know that he can just, like, cancel stuff. So I was like, okay, this is here. I can always go wall to this. Aha! I'm using my mind. Yeah, when I saw this, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna be getting scout calved. Alright. Slightly less resources collected, but I feel like at this point, I just had a plan. And I think I always underestimate just how good archers can be. And I think that my mindset was, I want to make sure that my economy is in good shape. I didn't get the, I didn't get the horse collar for a while, because I was like, I'm in emergency mode, I think. I also think something I need to be cognizant of is that if my opponent is making as many units as I am, or if my opponent is being aggro against me, then my opponent should have as many units as I have, maybe a little less. So I should use, like, my own unit count as a comparator for their unit count. Now, that is not something that I'm used to in StarCraft, because in StarCraft, you just play non-mirrors most of the time. It's okay, I had the back wall, so no men-at-arms coming in. You know, I think this was incorrect. I think in this mode, I maybe should be going down initially. Or maybe building the house. I don't know. I don't know what I think about this. I have a bunch of semi-walls. So then, because I wanted to make sure that I didn't go too dry on farms, because I do need to age up pretty soon. Dude, the archers shooting, it did not occur to me. It did not occur to me that it was just shooting these buildings. This is like the worst aggression force of all time. Okay. This is what I normally build. And is this where I just, like... Yeah, I mean, I misclicked a little bit. Villain actually did have both these upgrades. I think I just had fletching. Yeah, I think that there's this moment here where I went, oh, wait a minute, I can just go fucking kill him. Like, if all of his shit is here and I just killed all of his stuff, like, look at how long it took for me to realize that I can just go kill him. This is the thing that I think is most uncommon for me to do. Yeah, you just didn't have anything. Keeping a reasonably sharp eye on this. Yeah, you like that? You like how I hugged this? Like how I just, like, got in there? Yeah! I don't know if that's good or bad, though. Oh, and I actually did get these. Oh, now that I look at it, Jago is nowhere remotely close to Castle Age. Because I was looking at this being like, I mean, I know I have the units, but nice. Ex-Detective Paul Mango. Yeah. Detective Paul Mango kept breaking the layout of things. Okay. Alright, let's keep doing stuff. Find match. So, Vietnamese, it's the Vietnamese cheese coming in. That's what we're dealing with. All right. Wait, what? What happened? What happened? What happened with my stream? Quit the game, main menu, single player, skirmish, return to main menu, single player, load game. There we go. Sorry, everyone. Sorry, everyone. These games have been clowny. Yeah, this is... I live for this. Just cross-mapping it. Does anyone know? All right, this is the game. Perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Easy. We take those. Climbing up. Climbing up, baby. All right. You know, I think I do want to try the Scout into Archer opening because that's just what I want to learn how to do. What Civ is my opponent? Oops. That was close. Why? Hummer. Where are my cows? Where are my cows at? Sir, may I have some cows? Thank you. Dude, you can see the whole map with the Scout in this game. Okay. 4. There it is. For some reason I was worried that I had been lamed again. Lamed again. I'm really bad at scouting, aren't I? Oh, he's over here. A little early. Okay, so there's the 4. There's another set of dudes. So I love this advice from Dragastar, which is hug the tree lines. Oops. Not exactly where I want to go, but that's okay. Try not to idle at all, but I am idling some. God dang it. God dang it. I'm so polite in my insults. Let's get a clear picture of what it is we're up against. No gold yet. Lots of misclicks from your pal Sean. Many, many. Back is still completely wide open. That is so many cavalry here. Jesus. Alright, change of... Okay, this is the shift queuing that I know and love now. What the fuck? What the fuck? Where, literally where, oh, what the fuck? What the fuck indeed. Most horrifying, awful, no good, very bad thing. Level 2 wall-offs. Can we please return some wood so that I can build this thing? 99, that's a good amount of wood. Why don't you fucking do this? Oh. Alright. Ah! Dude, that is like... These little holes in this game. There's a reason why the greatest Age 2 player of all time, Dragonstar, does in fact do that shit where he uses flat maps. Screw you. Where do I need these? Right here. Okay. You need a Castle H. I didn't want that at all. I didn't want that one bit, sir. No, sir. So I need some of these guys over to here. You're allowed to farm. Yes, I want this. So E is the hotkey, so a lot of food, so I'm gonna... Repair it! A little bit of lag. Ooh. Yo, what is up with this lag? Are you guys seeing this sort of lag? These little spikies? Little spiky wikey woos? Ballista, huh? I'm not good enough yet, so I'm gonna rally these guys back. So, how much does this cost? This is 300, right? What the fuck just happened? Whoa! The wind-up time on these motherfuckers is a century. I mean, that is the longest wind-up of all time. So I'm just hemorrhaging things, man. Why not? Get some of these. Wow. So... So, how does this even work? How do we do this? Oh, shit, that's right. Husbandry. Husbandry. You don't fucking talk properly. Dude, the wind-up time on these guys is insane. Oh, yeah. Oh, that's really bad fucking news. Dude, this is so sick, because this is the shit that I do. I shouldn't have built this third, thing. Oh! Welcome! Welcome in, everyone! Welcome! All are welcome. That might actually save us the game. Well, fuck. Oh, yeah. What? Go to fucking work, you fucking animals! F! Woo! Jesus. What am I supposed to do formation-wise? Like, do one of these? That probably seems sensible, huh? Alright, I suck ass with these units. I'm not entirely sure what to do with them. This is insane. Is this the game? Is this how Age of Empires 2, the video game, actually functions? Is this like the nature of the beast? You just rally in a bunch of knights? I mean, my brain tells me this is bad, but everything that I'm seeing tells me that this is like what you do. This is how you play Age of Empires 2. I do not have a feel in the slightest for how these things control. I feel like what I need to do is get a castle or something? Alright, so... it's time to do some thumbing. I guess I'll get this. Actually, never mind. I'll get Thumb Ring when I feel like I can fucking afford it. Why would this be the way that you go? All I've done with these is lose them. Okay, there's very clearly a wall here. A wall of what? There we go. We're in, somehow. Alright, what should we do now? Oh, we can go into the houses. We can go into the computer. Hear you me, one day we will, in fact, do damage to a villager. Best mechanic in the game. Oh, fuck. Huh. Well, what can you do? Alright, I have some questions for when this game is finally done, but... oh yeah, I'm gonna need to rally on the golds. But can he deal with 2 points of attack? I claim the answer is no! No, he cannot! Oh shit, yes, Cavaliers. Alright, I'm way too shit at figuring out how to control these assholes. I've gotten no relics whatsoever yet. Of course there's a space in there. Of course. Of course, why wouldn't there be? Per usual, way too many farms. Way too many farms. This is common happening. Life and times of your pal Day9. Alright. So this unit, Manga dies, allegedly a good unit, huh? Oops. I cannot deal damage to this fucking unit. Why am I making those? That's not good. Ooh, I forgot to get Thumb Ring. Thumb Ring it is. Alright, so, with Cav Archers in this game, I have never felt more clueless in my life. So, I'm gonna actually ask some basic questions after this one. And it's good to feel the cluelessness. Dude, wow, I am like fucking turbo hose, huh? Okay. Get him, bear guy. Dude, no wonder I always build cavalry. These things seem way fucking better, man. Dude, no wonder cavalry are where it's at, dude, man. I fucking love this shit. Now, I know I have not transitioned to anything at all at any point. Dude, the wind-up time on the attacks is something that is, like, really new to me. I'm just gonna say GG. Okay, so, like, that I felt completely and totally clueless the very second I began building Cav Archers. Like, the instant I began building Cav Archers, I was just like, I don't fucking know how this is supposed to work. So, it's my first game playing Cav Archer. First game playing Cav Archer. So, I have some thoughts. Now, what I don't want right now is for someone to go, here's the answer, here's the answer, here's the answer, here's the answer. I want to just take a moment and describe what my experience was in that game, because my goal is to learn relative to what I know. Because if you're like, oh, you transition to this and this and this and this and this and this, as you've heard me say many times you've been watching my journey, the thing that I need to understand everything through is economy. So one of the first things that I want to do when I'm watching this is just understand where my opponent was at relative to where I was at. I felt slow to castle, slow to Imperials. There's a number of thoughts I have there. When I get the Cav Archer, I'm not entirely sure. Nisa says, if it makes you feel any better, Maggot feels 100 times better to play than Cav Archers. So this is actually a really good example of where my head is at versus where my head is not at. So that statement doesn't mean anything to me. And let me explain why. When I'm saying Cav Archer, what I'm not saying is, I think this unit has specific deficiencies or issues or so on and so forth. And also, let me remove this, so that way you can see what's happening. What I'm saying is, how all the economy is functioning with respect to me choosing to make this unit is feeling unfamiliar and weird and so on and so forth. So, for instance, if I, say, am trying to go up to Imperial Age, and I'm going for a knight-based composition, I know that I need a lot of gold and a good amount of food. Not just for Imperial Age, but also for the villagers and also for the knights. I just feel like I have a good understanding and I can wrap my head around. If I want to come up with a decision, I know how to reroute my economy to get to there. So, with this Cav Archer stuff, I am not sure how to be bending my economy. And so, you know, when there's statements like Mangadai are better than Cav Archer, what I don't hear is a unit versus a unit. What I hear is a new economic situation in which I would have had a whole bunch of stone, and then my brain goes, well, how the hell do I have that stone? And all this sort of stuff. Like, I start to just wind up in a bunch of... Actually, wait a minute. I realized... Let me interrupt myself. Okay. For some reason, I thought Mongols got bonus damage versus Siege with their Cav Archers. That's just the Mangadai, right? Okay, so when I was engaging the Scorpions, I was very, very confused. Alright, perfect. Terrific. So first I have just some, a collection of questions. With Mongols, is getting a castle relatively quick common? And I don't mean rushing castle, I'm completely ignoring that. I just mean, like, is it common to just begin getting a pretty good amount of Mangadai right in Castle Age? Or even going 1 TC straight into Castle to begin getting the Mangadai? Depends, but not really. Okay, that's positive for me. That's very positive for me. Step or Cav Archer more common in Castle Age? Okay. So, hold on, let me just go ahead and clear chat. I will be asking questions. I'll be asking questions, and I need those questions answered, because if you just start saying things like, you know, build this unit instead, and so on and so forth, it is... What it is it's distracting. You know, it's a little bit like I'm watching a TV show and I'm getting a little confused because it's in my second language instead of my first, and I'm like, wait, what happened? And it's like if you turn the TV show on and put on a different TV show in English. And you're like, this one's more understandable. I'm like, no, go back. I'm trying to understand what I'm trying to watch. So, Cav Archers make sense as, like, it just makes sense to me that I would have Cav Archer as, like, a step 1. Now, I built 3 town centers. That felt weird to me. So here's the first question that I'm going to ask. If I'm in Castle Age, I don't know if I'm supposed to stay in Castle Age for a long time on Cav Archers and just be getting lots of town centers, or whether it's more common just to get 2 town centers so I have some free resources to get a castle. I'm wondering what I should be doing with town centers in the with town centers in the Castle Age. That's like my real question, because I felt really unclear on what my economy was doing for a lot of this time. So that's my first question. Any insight anyone can give, I would be over the moon to hear. DC count depends on the game. Add them when it's safe. Yeah, Kilta, let me actually put it like this. I just hit Castle Age. Let's say my first goal is to begin making Cavalry Archer to just be annoying and harassing my opponent. Is it pretty much always a goal to get a castle up to begin building Mangadai in the matchup? Is this just like a normal thing that players do? And I know that there's a statement of, well, it depends. But what I mean is it even a legitimate option? You know what I mean? Okay, so let me rephrase like this. When do players typically begin to get Mangadai? Is it like late Castle Age when going up to Imperial Age or something like that? Yeah, and I guess I don't know what mid-Castle Age means. I think that's maybe... Because, I mean, early I interpret as, like, right when you're getting it. Right when you're getting Castle Age. And then late Castle Age I interpret as, like, shortly before you click up, but I never really know when mid is. I don't even know what my mid-Castle Age goals are. There we go. That's a better framing. What are my mid-Castle Age goals? Spectrum's calling me. What? I don't even live in that state. Try to go for military superiority. Okay. So, as a question... Okay, here's a completely different set of questions that I think will help me a little bit. So, if someone said, Sean, go for map control with knights. Knights are your main thing. I know variations to go for. Like, if it's knight versus knight, I might also get monks to seize the relics and to push back my enemies. If I am up against archers, I might not actually, with my knights, get skirmishers. I might just keep making knights. If I start to see a lot of archers and a lot of spearmen, oh, I get some siege to support my knights. Like, I sort of know how to add things into knights. Or if I'm up against camels, well, I might actually get some spearmen and then transition into spearmen and knights. Again, if knights is my main goal. I don't even know what some of the branches are with Mangadai. Like, if I see a bunch of knights from my enemy, I was like, I don't know, I gotta just keep fucking massing. Mangadai, like, I interpreted my opponent as not adding a bunch of town centers and instead spending most of their money on knights. I just don't even know how to think about this composition. So I'm just idling TC time. That's where I'm falling behind on workers. Yep. Like, this tilted me to no end because I was 100% confident that I had actually walled all this shit in. Oh my god, it made me so mad. And my opponent has 1,000 income ahead of me? Hold on. NZD's Magda is the end goal? Yeah, not my question. What I mean is that if I'm in Castle Age and I see a whole bunch of... And I have Cav Archers. I'm in Castle Age. I don't understand what the sort of pairings are. Like, for instance, if I was going for Mass Knight and I saw Mass Camel, I would consider Pikemen and Monks. And I would actually consider deprioritizing knights. Like, that is the knight-based answer. And so, if I see a bunch of skirmishers, I would probably be adding in more... What are they called? Lycav. That makes sense to me. You can go camels as Mongols too and facing knights. Ooh, never even occurred to me to go for camels. But it feels like I should be wanting to spend my gold on Mangadai. Or gold on Cav Archers, excuse me. How did my opponent wind up just zipping so far ahead of me in resources collected? Was it really just that idle time? So that's gonna tilt me. Yeah, also, things like, oh, I see siege, I'll get Mangadai. Like, in my head, I'm just like, oh, that's not an option. Because I see the siege, and I have not even begun to mine stone. Okay, so let me just ask some questions. Let me really break this down. I'm making Cavalry Archer, and I see my opponent massing Archer. I assume that the correct thing to do is to just harass a bunch and maybe just get a siege workshop. But probably just harass a bunch and be insanely annoying. But if you saw someone going mass archer, if you're going Cav Archer, how'd you respond? That's my first question. And notice that I'm, like, narrowing the question down to step away from categoricals. You get skirms to avoid that as you have the text. Ah, yeah, and then I could just go up faster. So my opponent is a little ahead of me, which makes sense. My opponent is 300 resources ahead of me. Quickly, he's like 700 resources ahead of me. It's so fucking insane to me. It's like 1,000 resources ahead of me. It's insane. Yeah, so I think that... Okay. Next question. If I am up against Mass Knight, as I was in this game, what would you do? Oh, I didn't even finish the wall off? Oh my god, I'm gonna scream. So I did... This, I think, hurt me more than anything. I just completely forgot about husbandry. And the reason why is I play a lot of civs that either automatically get that. Yeah, pikes and more Cav Archers. Alright. Yeah, I think this fucked me a lot harder than I understood. Just, like, not having that. Because these knights had 1.49 move speed, and I have 1.4 move speed. Is that right? 1.35, 1.4. So do I still not have fucking husbandry? Do I still not have this shit? There it is. Jesus. So that really hurt me in that micro chase. So this I actually thought was positive for us. I could have maybe walled it off. But dude, Villain is so... He's just ripping ahead of me, man. Lost 15 workers? Fuck. Lost another stack of workers. Dude. This is the thing. These Cav Archers feel like they fucking blow, dude. These things feel awful. So, I think that with Cav Archers being faster than Knights now... Yeah, because I think that, like, in my head, I was like, oh yeah, Cav Archer's faster than Knights, but then I just didn't get the upgrade. Okay. And also, dude, the amount of wind-up time on Cav Archers are insane. Cav Archer without Thumb Ring are really unpleasant to use. How does Thumb Ring even work? Because, like, here's the thing. I know what it says. All Archer and Cav Archer units fire... Oh, it actually fires 18% faster? What? I thought it was all about the accuracy versus stationary targets. Okay. Today I learned. Wow. Oh my god. That's very good. Okay, but let me rephrase this again. Archers, Cav Archers, Skirmishers gain 100% accuracy versus stationary targets. This... What does that mean, 100% accuracy versus stationary targets? I don't even think I fully understand or appreciate what this means. Because this means hit what they aim at. Wow. So, like, but if units are moving, and I have ballistics, that's, like, really good. But if they're not moving, they're just shit. Is that right? Accuracy 50%. Holy shit, 85 versus 50%? Mamma mia. What about skirms? 90%. Okay. Huh. So, is it common to get Cav Archers and just to, like, instantly get Thumb Ring and Ballistics? Is that, like, common to do? Hey, thanks, WTF is reality. Wow. Today I learned. I did not even know that. So if I'm understanding correctly, if I am playing Cav Archer correctly, I am pressuring the shit out of my opponent and making them scared. Scared enough to need to relinquish map control. And with that relinquished map control, that's how I'm going to be booming behind it. Okay. Talk toward Dinger Donger says, you wouldn't fight with no speed and no range Hydras either. That is another one of those phrases that just doesn't mean anything to me. Because, I mean, there are tons of upgrades in RTS games that are essential. And there are tons of upgrades you just don't get. It's, like, not a big deal. You, like, don't need that shit. There's so many of them, you know? There's also a number of upgrades that are sort of in-betweeners. Like, well, you want this, but, you know, just wait a little bit. One thing I'm also very aware of is that I think I have to be... It feels like after I click up, I need to just send a ton of dudes off farms straight over to collect wood. It feels like I need to do that. Because I feel like I just am so low on wood when I age up. Okay, last question I'm going to ask. For things like ballistics, thumb ring, stuff like this, is it common to build town centers before getting those? Or is it like, no, really, if you're making Cav Archers, you'd better get these things first. Otherwise, it's useless. One TC first. I think that's a good enough simple heuristic for me to just stick with. Alright, I was looking over at chat. So I have no idea what villain is choosing. Whoa. Alright. Alright. Alright, that's good for me, but I want to scout myself out foist. You idiots! I moved the dude here! This is some of the shift queuing in this game that still drives me insane to this day. Pushing them all in. Ooh, God. Oh, whatever, dude. Alright, I screwed it up. It's fine. Dude. So how do I do this? So if I go like this, if I go rally here, and then I go like that, oh, that's nice. All right. I will push every deer but that one. I hate how shift queuing in this game works. God dang it, fuck. Alright, I know I did not get horse collar, but that's okay. Blind panic should not be something that ever cost me a game. Ever, huh? My wall off is better in this game. My ability to build villagers is still trash. On video game. I see. That to me says archers. Made a situational read. Look at me go. Oh, you absolute turkey. Oh, I'm so bad. Really good. So it's okay to have this much wood, right? It's okay to have this much wood. It's not okay to have this much food. It's not okay to have this much food. I forgot a blacksmith. Dude, he spawned into his own death. Ay, 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 ay. Oh, my opponent is literally not on Castle Age yet. Okay. I don't know. Ooh, I really hate not being able to have double hotkeys. Hell yeah. This. In fact, go to work faster. Oh, I am not prepared for this, am I? Alright, doing some bad work, doing really bad work. Opponent is just literally making knights and then getting completely destroyed by it. Okay. Alright. I really didn't like how I transitioned there. I think I had enough skirmishers. Oof, I really did not like how that game went. Oof, ow, my bones. So... I'm trying to think, like, I was really underprepared for the knights. If I see... Okay, so that's my question. If I see someone building knights, I know the obvious most common thing is like, yeah, just get some spearmen. But obviously I'm trying to get over to go Mongodai and Cav Archer and shit like that. What is a reasonable thing? I mean, is it reasonable to just build spearmen there? There's something about that that feels really weird and wrong to me, but I don't know if that's correct. He said he Omega lagged and got hit and hit the building. No, I believe that. I was having lag spikes in that game as well. Monks and then camels. Camels! I always forget. I always forget. I always forget. Also, I had this weirdness where things were kind of wrapping around this way when I think I needed a gate right there to just be able to walk to him. Yeah, I mean, I think that, like, a few camels seem good. Well, I don't know. If they get knights in really large numbers, like, say, 12 feels like a large number to me. Yeah, so... Okay, so here's a general question. Screw this game. If I am making a whole ton of skirmishers, my understanding is that if I see knights, small numbers of knights are okay. Small number of knights is fine. Now, if I see knights and I'm a knight civilization, I'm going to go, oh, fuck you, I'm going to go knights, you piece of shit. And then I have knights plus a lot of skirmishers behind. So even though I might have been behind on the initial knight count, I feel confident in my ability to catch back up. But if I'm not going knights, I'm not actually sure what I'm supposed to want to do. Because if I get the camels, he's just going to shit on it with the crossbows. If I get pokey dudes, he's just going to shit on it with crossbows. I feel like I have to either be going Archer or Cav Archer there. I think. Finberry says, you say you feel bad, but you won. Do you think that's basically that you won on econ, but weren't great on military strategy? It's that my opponent happened to leave, and I'm not sure. Like I won, but I'm not sure why. Actually, that's not a good way to put it. I won, but if the game, for whatever reason, continued, I would not be sure what my next steps were. And so I had this really haunting feeling where I'm like, I'm not sure what I'm supposed to do right now. And then he said GG, and I was like, well, I still don't know what I'm supposed to do right now. Boba Fett says, Mongols have no Castle Age bonus. Your goal is to survive and win an imp. Yeah, that's not my question. I understand that I'm trying to win an Imperial Age. I'm actually asking an incredibly basic question. And it's my lack of answer to that basic question that is haunting me. If I have a lot of skirmishers and that's it, and then I just see 12 knights, I'm not sure what I'm supposed to think that I'm supposed to do. I'm not, like, so, because adding in camels or crossbows, or excuse me, adding in camels or spearmen feels wrong. Your reaction was decent. Well, instead of saying my reaction, say what the reaction is. Yeah, I think the answer is to go CA. I think that's right. I think go CA and monks. I think it's like I have enough skirmishers to annihilate the crossbows. Why do spears feel wrong, though? I mean, as archers, you're just going to destroy the spearmen. Chefmark, this game isn't even remotely solved. It's awesome. Yeah, I think what I'm going to do next time is just not overcomplicate it. I'm just going to get my Cav Archers in. Because, like, what is my goal in this Age of Empires 2 game? By the way, extremely pleased with my walls, except maybe this one was a little late, but I'm very pleased. I thought that my understanding of what was happening in the game was also strong. Compared to what it usually is, at least. My micro here, I thought, could have, you know, done better. But I understood what was happening right now. Setting up a Cav Arch transition against All-In seems a little slow. Well, it's not a transition. I mean, I just literally start building Cav Archers. You know, I already have ballistics, I already have thumb ring, I already have 2 archery ranges. The statement is, in a game of Age of Empires, there's reactive things that you're doing, but there are proactive things that you're doing. There are parts of a plan where, like, for instance, if your opponent is doing rush X, you have your counter to X. If your opponent is doing mid-game Y, you have your little plan for Y. And what I'm saying is, if I have a giant mass of skirmishers, I'm kind of feeling like I don't have a good plan of how to transition out of skirmishers here into, I have a super big late-game army of Cav Archers, Mangolds, Hussars, all that sort of stuff. It's this middle step of, like, how to pop out of that. Because, like, again, I have almost always played Knight civilizations, and to a lesser extent Archer civilizations. I just don't understand how Cav Archers, how I'm supposed to think about them. So, if, for instance, I was a Knight civilization, and I had this mass of skirmishers, in my brain, I'm like, I'm transitioning to Knights. I'm slowly transitioning to Knights. I'm slowly transitioning to Knights. You know, that sort of thing. And so I think that if I have, like, monks and I begin massing up some Cav Archers, I think that, like, it should be good, but, like, I don't know. I'm still a little... And then I guess I could just begin making camels. Just be like, fuck it, I'm just gonna throw down a camel. But I had no idea how far ahead I was. I thought my control here was fucking dog shit, but we pulled it off. Dude, I had so much wood, and it's all just gone. It's crazy to me how much wood you can spend in Castle Age. Look at me, I got my husbandry so early. It's funny, I got the monks to deal with whatever unit he was throwing at me. And then, like, I saw that he, like, wasn't at Castle Age, and I was like, what the fuck am I doing? Yeah, see, I mean, I could have been more aggressive, but I think that this is fine. I also think I could have rotated these guys over here. I like how this was placed a lot. Because I think that this is what caught me a little off guard. Alright, just slamming Scorps. There's the other one. Dude, Villain just got a bunch of shit so fast. Really bad control here. Dude, all the monks always look different for different factions, so I keep thinking they're villagers. This happened to me like 6 times today. Where I was like, alright, my villagers, let me handle those in a moment, and then I'm like, oh wait, those are monks. See, here's kind of what I mean, is that, like, in this spot right now, my opponent says GG. I'm a little bit ahead in economy, but I'm, like, not ahead in army. Like, I think for me in this situation, I would have... I would struggle. So I think it's good to have had this Cav Archer plan. Again, like, the thing that you probably heard me say at the start of this stream, I guess I shouldn't say you probably, like, you might have just tuned in. What the fuck am I talking about? What I was saying at the start of the stream is, I'm just going to throw myself into playing with Cav Archers. And we're just going to see where pain points show up. We're just going to see. Oh, we're arena, huh? Arena, arena, arena. I'm going to make myself play Mongols. What am I going to do? Fast Imperial? I've never done Fast Imperial. Let's give it a go! Manga Dive Fast Imperial, baby! Woo! Let's have a blast, man. Mongols versus Mongols. I think Mongols might win. Why aren't you hockey? Okay, so if I go for Manga Dai and Fast Imperial Age, I'm probably going to want to be... Oops. I always need to remember to tab out and tab in. Stand on your friend. Dude, I love this scouting radius. That's the one. Okay. So I think I am going to build a castle. God, you can scout so much more. You absolute fuck! What are you doing? I hate this game. What is this? I shift Q you, I do everything a good mother should. Okay, so... Oh my god. Try to have as little rot as possible. You piece of shit, dude. I swear to God, I don't understand how some of the AI in this game works. I really don't. I really, truly do not. AI skew. Well, AI as in the... So this is a more generalized term for... Oh my god, I'm fucking talking and not paying attention. AI as in, like, how the units get managed by the AI in the game. Not as in, like, the enemy AI, but as in the game's AI. But, like, I was doing things like this, shift, that, you know, and it was just not freaking going. Oh my god. It's driving me insane. Well, I shouldn't say it's driving me insane because it's specifically, like, busted. It's that it could be busted, and in addition, I think that it is different than how it is in, or I have different muscle memory from StarCraft. So if I do this, and then say go here... I forgot to push deer because I was ranting too hard. I am also fucking this up in a number of ways. I forgot to start rallying things over because I was busy talking. Chop the wood. I don't even understand what the big deal is. Oops, this is here. And I remember the advice that Hera gave on this map, which is just don't get Loom. Whatever you do, that upgrade is so bad. Please don't get Loom. You'll kill me, Day9, and you're actively killing me just by thinking about it. And I was like, you got it, man. I don't know why you're so obsessed with this, but I'm in. 7 on wood is correct for the fast castling. Micro. Okay, wait, how do you... How does one even go for Fast Castle Age? I'm sorry, for Fast Imperial. I misspoke so hard. QD. Q. Why can I never remember the hotkey for this? Love getting housed. I love it. It's like my favorite part of this fucking game. See, I go no villagers. It's like so next level. Like, okay, how do you do this? Oh yeah, I should've gone wheelbarrow, that's right. You 10 on stone. But how do you get enough food? That's the thing that I don't understand. How do you get enough food for Imperial Age? Buy food with market? Okay. Let's do it. Going home. Something like this? Something like this? What do we think? What do we think? Okay, so what's my plan? I think I do the forward castle first. I'm gonna do the forward castle first, and then at some point I go up to Imperial, huh? People normally get wheelbarrow here just to get this shit out faster. What? Everyone's out to get me here. Okay. This... I want you to know that I know how stupid this is. I want you to know that I know. Hey, how many relics are on this map? Someone tell me right fucking now. 5? Damn. This motherfucker. Oops. Somehow I didn't know that that just didn't go off. Damn, getting this is easy. Alright. Alright, so... Alright, there's gonna be some things I need to get. Notably this. Alright, there we go. Not bad for a guy who doesn't know what the fuck he's doing, huh? Truly not bad. I will concede this to myself, to my own understanding of this game. I think this is good. Yeah, Imperial Age already. Imperial Age. See, look, I'm responsibly getting my upgrades. Food. He's at the fucking Imperial Age already? I'm supposed to be the guy at the Imperial Age already. Fuck! I don't know how he figured it out. Knew I was slow. Holy shit, dude. He got this thing so fast. I don't believe it. I'm fucked. I'm completely fucked. Fuck. Come on, man. This. Holy shit, dude. He got that so fast. Oh my god, fuck. Alright, I quit. Dude! How did he get it so fast? Oh my god. Also, like, Manga Dai could have sniped them. Well, dude, he also had the Manga Dai. He also had the Manga Dai. I thought that I was screwed. I mean, maybe. Did you have fun? No, I didn't have fun at all, Choopta Burger. I didn't at all. Oh. I bet he had more of everything, too. Alright, here we go. So, also, I don't actually know how to go fast Imperial. I mean, maybe I needed to just march right in here and get back behind these. Because when I saw the TCs... Actually, maybe that's what I should have done. If I just ran past with the dudes... Be something like 29 to 30 villagers in Dark Age to go fast in. Really? Oh, okay. Today I learned. Does that make sense? You need so much stuff. Love how I got supply blocked like so fucking early on. Makes a thing here, makes a thing here. It's chipping away, it's chipping away. So I throw down this castle. Fun little exchange here. Dude, he just instantly got the castle. If I had gotten back here, I don't even think I would have been able to do very much. Technically, this is exposed. I mean, maybe I just run right down here. Yeah, maybe that's just what I do. Look at how fucking fast he just literally goes castle. Look at me getting my stupid thumb ring, my husband drain, he just like gets ballistics. Because I was like, I'm gonna go Imperial Age with this shit. I think I needed to just like pressure with what are they called? Siege weaponry. The issue is that you need to deal a lot of damage to justify your all-in. So this is where those words don't mean anything at all to me. Because let me explain to you what's happening in my head. I thought the all-in was rush to Imperial Age and be right at his front gate. That's what I thought was going on. And so there's what I guess I'll call it like second-order analysis, which is you assume that I understand the basics, and therefore, with those basics in place, let's make a statement analyzing the assumption that we know the basics. I have never all-in'd anyone in this game, except for maybe 2 times. And even then, I applied pressure and just immediately went eco again. So when you're saying all-in, I don't even know which thing you're referring to. What might be what you're saying is once you make the castle, you've sacrificed enough resources that you need to deal damage right after getting the castle. Maybe that's what you're actually saying. And notice that that makes no claim of what is an all-in or what is not an all-in. So I don't need to have any additional knowledge. Dude, I got fucking as owned as possible. Dude, he didn't even have a blacksmith. So, I mean, maybe actually... they get value from your early manga die? That makes sense. Why is there another blacksmith here? Oh, I see. I'm dumb. I was selecting the wrong thing. The blacksmith has been done for a while. Sorry, when I was selecting this stuff, this was the thing. NZ Day says, all-in is intended to kill them ASAP. So again, don't use the word all-in, because I think that, what I perceived as the all-in play was the fast Imperial Age. And I think that what you're perceiving as the all-in play is the fast castle thing. And again, this is a thing that I tend to push pretty hard on when people start communicating in this way. Because, again, it assumes a set of knowledge that I don't have. Like, for instance, in StarCraft, right now in StarCraft 2, if you do anything except take a fast expansion, you're all in. Anything except take a command center first thing. Yeah, yeah, NZ Day, that's right. Like, I lack definitions that other people mean. Oh, and actually, NZ Day, let me re-explain what I mean. Okay, so there's the dead basics. What's an all-in? It's where you don't have any economy because you're trying to kill them right away, right? Like, of course. But what I'm saying is, if you took a screenshot of a game and said, is this an all-in or is this not an all-in? I would lack a lot of understanding that's specific to Age of Empires 2. So, for instance, if there was a game of Arena where someone's, like, building a tower behind the wood line in Feudal Age, and they're pulling a bunch of workers to hit both sides, I could look at that screenshot and go, that's an all-in. And not only can I identify it as an all-in, I know why. And so, often a error that happens with players that have a lot of expertise and someone like me that's relatively new is the experts will say things like, this is all in, or you need to do more damage with your push. And you'll hear new players say, am I doing a push? Is this a push? So here is what I believe the experts in chats are saying. And I know people love to shit on chat and be like, yeah, the experts in chat. I literally mean I can tell that you have more expertise than I do. So what I'm perceiving, or what I'm hearing is, if I build a castle like this, even before I get to Imperial Age, I should probably be doing a lot of damage to justify having pulled all the workers away. That is the first thing that I am hearing. A second thing that I'm also hearing is, if I wanted to go for faster Imperial Age, I should probably have gotten to 29 or 30 workers in Feudal. And I think it also makes sense that if I have like 4 manga die and I just like run to here, I'll take some damage on the run in, but I won't really take a lot of damage. And then I'll get here and I can just wreak havoc. Because, and see, here's why that sort of statement, people are saying, yeah, that's correct, that's right, that is what we're saying. The reason why that, for instance, is very helpful is because, in my eyes, I need to play cautiously until I get to Imperial Age. That's what I assumed was the correct way to operate and the correct way to think. But now seeing this and seeing what Villain's actually able to do, this makes a ton more sense. Sick. Well, with that, Cultus is the Imperial Age is mostly just to finish them off. Really? Oh, that's really helpful to hear. Because the way I was thinking of it is the whole way that you begin to close the game is the fast Imperial Age. Because I was like, okay, so I get the really fast Imperial Age, then I can get the Trebs up, and then I can back up the Trebs with the manga die. But now that I'm saying this out loud, I realize an error in this logic is the castle's making all of that shit. So I have to have built a lot of manga die in the Castle Age in order to even have units up, to be able to even have the ability to pressure. Also, I gotta say, this is like the first time I've ever gone 1 TC Fast Imperial. That's so fun. That's so fucking fun. That's so awesome. Manga Dies produce really slow in the Castle Age. Is there like an upgrade for them or something like that? Is there a way to speed it up? Elite unique units train faster. They do. It says 26 seconds. And also I can just get conscription. But alright. Alright, I'm gonna leave, everyone. I'm getting the hell out of here. I'm going to be back tomorrow. We're doing Age of Empires 2 all week. And next week, I just need to update my website with information. And with that, you're all hot darlings. Thanks for hanging out, and I'll see you then.